Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. If the first 4 days of this week felt like one sustained argument for the power and depth of Spanish red wine, today is the counter-argument, and it's just as compelling. Today we go to Galicia, Spain's far northwest corner, a region that feels nothing like the rest of Spain, where the interior is dry and intense. Galicia is green, misty, and drenched in Atlantic rain. Where Rioja and Ribera del Duero produce wines that demand aging, today's wine wants to be in your glass cold, fresh, and with food. This is one of the greatest white wines in the world for a meal, and almost nobody outside of Spain and serious wine circles give it the attention it deserves. The appellation is Rías Baixas. The name refers to the Rías, which are long, fjord-like inlets that cut into the Galician coastline from the Atlantic. This is one of the wettest wine regions in Europe. Annual rainfall can exceed 1,500 millimeters, which would be a disaster in most wine regions, but works here because of the region's naturally high temperatures during summer. Good wind circulation and the use of granite pergolas, overhead trellising systems that lift the vines off the ground and allow air to circulate, preventing the rot that would otherwise be inevitable in such a wet environment. The soils are granite, poor in nutrients, excellent for drainage, and giving wines a distinctive mineral freshness. The grape is Albariño, and this is one of those varieties that once you know it, you recognize immediately and crave regularly. Thick-skinned, which helps it resist the humidity with naturally high acidity and a perfumed aromatic profile, including peach, apricot, citrus blossom, and sometimes a hint of saline minerality from the proximity to the ocean. The combination of all of that stone fruit aromatics with high acidity and a kind of refreshing salinity makes it one of the most naturally food-friendly white wines in the world. It was essentially designed by geography to be drunk with all the seafood of the Galician coast, including octopus, percebes, razor clams, barnacles, grilled fish, but it works with almost anything from the sea, white shellfish with light charcuterie, and simple pasta dishes. When you're not drinking Albariño regularly with food, you're missing out on one of the great wines and food pleasures. The subzones within Rías Baixas produce slightly different expressions of the grape, but the Val de Salnes, in the north, the historic heartland of Albariño, produces the most classically perfumed, saline, and mineral expression. This is the benchmark, and producers to know include Do Ferreiro, one of the most celebrated estates producing wines of extraordinary purity and age-worthiness from old vines. Pazo de Senorans, consistently excellent and widely available. Forjas de Salines, a smaller producer making one of the most intellectually interesting wines in the region, including single vineyard old vine bottlings. And for everyday drinking, Martin Kodak's is the most widely distributed Rías Baixas producer and an excellent introduction to the style at around $15. Beyond Albariño, 2 more Galician varieties worth knowing include Godello, a white grape from the inland zone of Valdeorras, and Ribera Sacra, producing wines with more body and structure than Albariño. Think white Burgundy meets the freshness of the Atlantic coast, one of the most underrated white grapes in Spain. Producers to know are Rafael Palacios, younger brother of Alvaro, from Priorat fame, making extraordinary Godello from the Valdeorras appellation. And Mencía, a red grape from Ribera sub-river gorges, producing wines of remarkable floral character, fresh acidity, and earthy complexity that makes Burgundy lovers take notice. It's light in color, silky in texture, and completely distinctive. The practical takeaway from today is that next time you're at a seafood restaurant or ordering fish at any restaurant, look for Rías Baixas on the wine list. If there's an Albariño at a fair price, order it. It will make the food taste better, and if you see a Godello or a Mencía, 2 of Spain's most underrated varieties, that's a wine buyer who knows exactly what they're doing. Tomorrow, we'll talk about the practical buying guide for everything we've covered this week. You won't want to miss it. That's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. See you tomorrow for the next Decant.